that is and what they're going to be doing there to recognize 50 years of the Gahanna Municipal Golf Course. It's pretty cool. Yeah. This year, Joe, he previously was classified as a supervisor. His position was reclassified as a superintendent this year. That was part of our overall department reorganization a bit. My position changed, a few others. Joe's part of that. Later this year, Chris's position was looked at from what she does day to day, the number of staff that she helps manage and coordinate, and her position was moved to a recreation supervisor this year as well. So a bit of a promotion for her, well deserved for the work that she does for us and all the hours and care and effort that she puts in for us. So this year, the Ranger program also became, oh, I think it turned on. Ranger program was started. We've had Rangers. They've been volunteers through the years. Every year, it's been more of a challenge to have them be accountable for us, to schedule, to be regularly there to help with our golf course operations. So if you've golfed at the golf course, you may know, but there are those folks that are out there on the course assisting to making sure play is on time, making sure the rules are being followed. They also help with trash and other things too on the course, just to help manage the day-to-day actual play that happens there. So we have that's a seasonal position, and so we have a Ranger program now that helps just really keep uplifting our course and making a quality product and a good experience for those on the course. Some other notes here: we finished the cart path in late 2024. There were a few items that had to be completed by the contractor. So those were all completed this spring. So there were one area that had to be repaved a bit, and then there was some other reseeding. They had to come in and reseed everything. That was all completed earlier this year. We also purchased 10 new golf carts. So we have a fleet of 30 total. So now we'll now have over 30. We did keep 6 back, so because of the amount of play that we've been having, we needed to keep a few more. So we now have 36 golf carts. So we traded in a few, kept a few just to continue on with to operate better. In the next 2 years, we'll continue to purchase a few more a year to ultimately replace our whole fleet in the next couple of years. We just got a new rough area mower. So that's if you've ever seen the big mowers that are out there, have bat wings, that's the rough area mower. That just came in. Joe had just mentioned that they started operating that this week. And we also, earlier this year, did acquire a greens mower. So the way that works, we work with our fleet department that maintains our equipment. And when we meet a certain threshold, whether it be hours, maintenance costs, they have a formula they use to determine when is the best time to replace equipment. And this year, in the last, really the year, it took us about 9 months or so to procure those from ordering to getting them in. But so those are a great addition for Joe and his team. We also installed some cameras throughout the whole course. That gives us eyes after we operate. We've had instances where we've had people come on greens after hours, do some damage, do some vandalism. So it gives us the ability to kind of understand what's going on there. If we have the ability to identify them, that gives us, we work with police in those situations. But so those were installed earlier this year. And then Joe's team is also working on adding a new tee box on hole number 5. So that'll allow a new location to tee off at that par 3 hole at the course. So with that, Joe.
You have a question?
Oh, yep.
On the cameras, are they located where they can't be vandalized or not?
There's actually one we just put up on the picture there. It's on a pole that's 12 foot tall or so.
Yeah, the pole was actually 16, so the camera's about 12 foot high.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing that's going to get vandalized is if it gets hit with a golf ball, but most of them aren't in a location where they should get hit with a golf ball.
And they're solar cameras, so yeah. Wireless, they're networked through a cellular service, so we're able to see kind of real time what's going on there if we need to. Any other questions before? All right.
Thank you.
Joe, take over here.
Like Zach said, my name is Joe. I'm the golf course superintendent. We, being the 50th year, of course, we have some events that we try to do based around the August 1st date and then after that, but we've done already a few events. We brought back the Chili Bowl for the first time in quite a few years, and it was very, very successful. We're going to have Greenskeeper Revenge, which we had last year, but it was hugely successful. We've got a lot of outings scheduled. On top of that, with events, we've got the snag golf, and we have the sips and tips. If you need any explanation, the sips and tips is basically to teach women to golf, and it's been really, really successful. Snag golf is teach families to golf, okay? And we have the snag golf twice a week and the sips and tips once a week, okay? Been amazingly successful. I mean, it's great. Other than that, the attendance is up there for most of those events, and as you can see, those attendance up there are through this time of the year, okay? Except for the 24. So this time of the year, we've had 233 participants in those attendance for the things that are listed above. And last year for the Greenskeeper Revenge, we actually had 211 people playing that. And it was a lot of fun. If you play golf, you should come out and try it. Any questions?
What's a greenskeeper revenge?
Greenskeeper Revenge is when my staff and myself bring over a whole lot of stuff and put it everywhere. In the fairways, put hoses on the greens, put snow fence around them, have one hole where people actually have to throw the ball with their left hand and then play from there with their clubs. We have, right there, you see it on the left, my left over here, where the bale of hay's at. You have to drive through it off of one of the tees. We have all kind of adventurous stuff in the Greenskeeper Revenge, and actually people love it. You know, it's
Sounds fun.
it is fun. It is fun.
What does SNAG stand for? I'm not a golfer.
To break it down, I really can't tell you, but what it is that they take kids and adults and they use equipment that's in a bag, and it's more like plastic clubs, like I would say soccer balls. Then they have nets they put out. They can make greens, and they use a green mat, and they teach people how to play golf. And they start out with teaching them pretty much how to swing a club. The difference between that and the sips and tips, they start out by teaching them etiquette. And then we go one step at a time with that. But snag golf is, a lot of times they'll come out with the entire family. The dad, the mom, and the kids.
Yeah, Chris is our instructor for that. There's a training program, so it's like a recognized, I think it's like a franchise type program where she becomes trained and then teaches like the fundamentals of golf to those that are beginners.
Yeah, she's certified in that, and she also started the sips and tips thing, which was I think it went third place in the OPRA 2 years ago.
Nice.
In the state. So yeah, it's fun. I worked it for about a year and a half, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Let me find my next page here. You got it. Okay. I don't know why I can't get that up here, but anyway, I'll use this. Days open. So far this year, we've been open 84 days out of 114. We opened in March. In the first 10 days of March, we weren't open. In the first 2 weeks of April, we weren't open. Basically, that's rain out days. You know, we had some flooding earlier in the year. So at this point, we've been open, like I said, 84 out of 114. Last year at this point, we were open 95 days out of 121. Revenue-wise, this year we are at 288, 238. That's the averages next to it, how much per day. Last year at this point, we were at 265, and the average next to it is listed right there. The thing that really jumps out is this year we have less rounds, but more revenue. This year we have 12,799 rounds. Last year we had 13,627. So that's good, and of course, a lot of that has to do with the small increase that we had this year as far as play. Not play, but as far as the price of play. So it's made a big difference.
What was it? How much was the increase?
The increase was only $1 in
Okay.
some places. It was more like if you come over and you split a cart, the price went up. If you were a single individual playing, the difference being is that if you're a resident, it's one price. If you're a non-resident, the price is higher.
Okay.
Which has made a big difference, more than $1. In that case, it's like $2. So that's helped a lot when you consider at almost 13,000 rounds, even if it was $1.50, it's a considerable amount of money.
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
Have any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I did
welcome.
have one question. I saw in the director's report that there was some damage done at the golf course at the, from a,
Yeah, that's related to the, why we
Rental.
got cameras. There's been a regular issue, we haven't pinpointed it. We believe it's those that have motorized scooters that have recently done some damage to the course. We weren't able to capture them. They were at a part of the course that, of course, wasn't visible from our cameras. So we've been working with police to try to identify general time of when we think that might have occurred. Knock on wood, but we haven't, I think that was prior to July 4th where we saw significant damage and possible to reoccur again because we have not found who did that.
You said motorized scooters. Do you mean e-bikes,
It's younger kids with those, with the
electric bikes? Okay, great.
bikes or scooters.
or
It's actually a
scooters, electric
scooter.
scooters probably too.
There's been a big difference this year compared to last year with the cameras, so it's much less
Yeah.
this year.
And
I-
police are active on bikes. A lot of kids are going through the trails or other sidewalk areas to get to the course, so.
I think it also said that there was something from a rental. Was there damage from a rental?
Yeah, I think that was through the graduation season, it's interesting time at the golf course in terms of those that rent it. But there was some damage to a floor that was able to be repaired, and we hold renters accountable in those situations.
Well, that's what I was
so
going to ask if the deposit covered it.
We do.
Yeah,
And if
awesome.
it's beyond the deposit, we would charge
Okay.
fees associated with the cost to repair it, so.
Cool. Anybody else have any questions? Well, thank you. We can do the donation request next, if that's okay. So this is an annual request from the Foundation for the Hops and Vines event, so you have it in front of you. They are requesting a 4-hour Hannah shelter rental, GMAC rental, family pool pass, and the 9-hole golf course passes. And they usually either auction these off or put them in a raffle. I'm not sure how they're doing it this year. Total value of those items would be $1,069, so they're asking for us to approve a donation for that event.
Is this the same thing? Oh, is this the same? Do they request the same thing every year?
Yeah, I think it is the same.
Go on.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
I didn't hear what Chrissy said.
I just asked if it was the same thing they ask for every year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is a copy directly from the request from last year.
Okay.
This is the same or exact request.
Perfect.
I'll make a motion that we approve the request for Hops and Vines.
Second.
Is there any other discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Jan Ross,
Yes.
Ken Shepherd,
Yes.
Chrissy Kaminsky,
Yes.
Harvey McCluskey,
Yes.
Donna Simmons.
Yes.
All right, next is the director's report. Zach?
Yeah. Thank you. So we could go through it, and I would highlight some of the areas from section to section. If there are questions, just raise your hand, and I'll pause and take a question. So when we're going from like projects to parks and stuff, just so
Okay.
all the thoughts there, we'll make sure that we can answer a question if there's one. Starting out, Price Roadhouse. So the bid opened and closed. We do have 5 bids for that project, so it's a very positive amount of vendors that have submitted proposals for that. So they're being evaluated by our project manager, Catherine. Later this month, we hope to have to complete the evaluation and approve one of the bids that were submitted. So
Were you guys happy with the quality of the bids?
we were.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Yeah. So overall, it was very encouraging to have some good companies put forward bids that were within the range of what we expected in terms of cost and budget.
Great, yeah.
So hopefully, we'll have more updates for that at our next meeting. Yes.
When you send bids out, do they have to go to like an approved suppliers, previous suppliers that are either accredited or you've used in the past, or?
It's a public bid process, so it's very stringent, and there are specific requirements according to Ohio Revised Code on how we do that. So there's a process that Catherine and Steph ultimately were the 2 leads on that. Catherine's the lead on that project. There's a certain amount of time you have to advertise it, and then it has to be open to the public for a certain amount of time. and communicate the way that you communicate during that time, and everything on how it's all very regulated. And then there's it's called Bid Express. So ultimately, it's a portal or like a place where people that are interested in submitting a bid can see what projects are out there to submit proposals towards. So, and then that bid includes all the details of the project, from the construction drawings to the specifications for everything, down to the detail of the faucets and where the MEP, electrical, plumbing, all the detail of the whole project's included in that. And then they submit their bid for that proposal on how they would do that project. So,
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. Academy Park, we are working towards 75%. We are not there yet, but we're received their 50% submittal in terms of that's concept and design. And pod design is doing that project with us. They have a team of other consultants and engineers that are on their team that are helping them with planning that project. Right now, we are continue to very focused on the playground and the shelter reconstruction on that project. So just working through the fine details that are associated with those. Playground is working towards the final concept, then to get to final construction documents and everything to get that ready for hopefully bid early next year is the goal. So that's all I'm highlighting from projects, but I don't know if there are questions related to what's on the document. I can answer any.
Can you remind me what the MARPC Technical Assistant Grant is?
So that's working with, focused a lot on our capital planning, and so capital planning tool. Ultimately, it's a dashboard, and it's a way for us to organize all the projects that we have, so it can be a little more, whether it be internally or like to this board, we can provide updates to see kind of where the dollars are going, what's planned, to include like current year to future years. So it's working with MARPC it's using GIS and other like asset management, other types of tools to organize that process.
Thank you.
Is the concession stand at Academy Park, is that totally being torn down, or are we remodeling?
Current plan that we have that we're working towards is tearing down the existing building.
Okay.
So that project includes the parking lot, expanding the parking lot by, I believe it's just about 40 spaces, redoing the basketball court, adding or building a new shelter, which would include concessions, storage, restrooms, and also the mountain bike trailhead. And then it would additional covered areas to expand, so whether people want to picnic or they're there for an event, a space where people can gather. And then it does include a new playground. So, and then some new paths around those areas, just connecting people as people travel through the park, connecting those spaces, but also the other current spaces that are there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, getting into parks, the Arbor and Horticulture Divisions, a few highlights there. We are in the midst of Julie Perderi, our superintendent with Arbor and Horticulture, is working on a tree inventory. So that will include all of our street trees and also some of our trees within parks. It'd be near impossible and very expensive to inventory every single tree in all 800 acres of our parks. But we're working toward those that are in the park areas, so the active park areas. So if you go to a park and see like a mulch ring around a tree, collecting the information on those that are like within the public areas. So we anticipate to have that completed later this year. That will help just guide us as we continue to evolve in our street tree programs and our arbor program to just better maintain our assets and inventory and track what we have there and all the maintenance around associated with arbor. In terms of horticulture and arbor, they did have some additions this year as well. There was a new foreman that was added to the horticulture team and parks team. So we ultimately have two groups that work on trees and horticulture in our division. So we have a street tree team, and they also handle other larger removals that may need to happen. And we have a horticulture and park tree team. So they kind of work together sometimes, but they are also able to focus on two pretty big, large areas of work within our system. So with some new staff and those that are getting everybody kind of aligned has been a very positive thing, but working in a good direction with that. So Into parks and facilities, a few highlights there. Woodside Green Bridge, the railing there is not compliant with current code, so we've working with Suburban Steel to bring that to code. So that's in motion. The materials have to be produced. It's steel, so they have to be built, and then there'll be an installation, hopefully within a few months. That was put on order sometime in May. Also, with bridges, we did inspections on all of the bridges in our system. We did have positive reports on that, so we don't have anything significant that came forward with that. But that's something that should be done at least every 5 years. But if some structures may need more regular inspections if there are issues found with the structures like that. So that when I say bridges, that's like all the trail bridges over the creek side. There's bridges, so it's a steel structure, sometimes spanning 300 feet. So it's important that we make sure we're operating safe there. We are in the midst of exploring using AI to rate our pavements and our trails. So there's a few systems in the nation that you essentially drive a trail with a phone, and it takes imagery of the spaces that you're driving through, and then it can get using that imagery, it will do surface ratings on the pavement. So it's a newer technology that we're exploring. It's something that we can do in-house as far as collecting that data, and then it does come through in our GIS and our asset management systems for us to determine how we're going to use capital funds towards maintenance on the pavement. So more to come on that. Right now, we're exploring, and we've demoed some systems, and we'll hopefully be making a final decision in the next month if we're going to move forward with that. So right-of-way mowing, our teams at Parks took over most of the right-of-way mowing in the city. Previously, our streets division managed most of that. They still do some of that, but our teams manage the contract. We have a contractor that mows up and down Hamilton Road, many other places. There are some other areas that aren't parks that we're mowing as well. Just wanted to highlight some of the new things our team has taken on this year. They're doing a very good job with that, and working with the contractor anytime we have any issues that come forward. HRP, Hunters Ridge Pool, we did have a pool pump fail about 2 or 3 weeks ago. We were able to remedy that. Our team was able to get one shipped here within a day, so we didn't see an impact to operations. So sometimes in parks and facilities, a lot of things that you don't see are things that we're actively working on. So good job to our teams there to make sure we didn't have too much downtime there.
Great.
Getting into any questions on parks, facilities, arbor, horticulture before I get to recreation? All right, a few highlights with recreation. Senior Center, our active seniors, that had a ton of information on it as far as all the programs they do. I think they had over a dozen events and programs they did in the last month. Many of those were sold out or full. I think it's neat to see that senior van that they that is new to them is being well used. They have 576 miles on it. I love that we track that stat. I think it just shows how active and how great our team is to provide those experiences for that group of our members there. They do all kinds of different, if you saw all the different activities there, they're out and about all through Ohio, sometimes beyond that. So some great things happening over there with Annette and Lauren at the Senior Center. Aquatics, up 132 memberships, 154 pool team members this year, and increase 16% over our lessons, and year-to-date 14,500 or so visitors. So it's great to see all of that, having successes there with aquatics, with the pool facilities we have, and really taking advantage of providing those facilities to our community. So events, halfway through the season, prior to being in parks, events were my thing, so I can appreciate Chelsea and Tyler for where they are right now in the season. It's a grind in the event world, but we've hosted thousands and thousands of people. We don't have the final numbers on Independence Day, but I believe we hosted around 10,000 or more people just at the golf course. That doesn't factor in all the thousands of people watching at all the parks and schools and churches that surround the downtown area. So Hopefully we'll have it. Steph and I were talking about trying to collect that data. It'd be interesting to see how many people are in our city watching those fireworks. I think it'll be impressive. Blues and Jazz Festival, all of our teams have a heavy hand in that. Went off without a hitch. That we provide a lot of the logistics and frontline support on the entrance gates, and I think I probably saw most of you guys there at one point or another. But successful event, helped the Visit Gahanna put that event on. They did a nice job to ultimately, we went away without any major issues. Everybody had a good time. Set up and tear down all went really well. Had the first Gahanna market in June. I know there was some questionable weather, but I think it was still a very good turnout considering the threatening weather. We do have another market scheduled for next Wednesday. And then looking forward to other events upcoming. This Friday, there is a reschedule of the Cinema Under the Stars, I believe was rescheduled for this weekend. And then Creekside Live will be next Friday. So there will be, I think, 3 more Creekside Lives. And highlighting, again, our seasonal staff, we have 20 total staff that help, not just the events, but the paddle boats and some of the other programming that we do. They assist with that through the year. Camps, a number that really sticks out there is 100. We're not quite 100% on camp, so we apologize for that. We had a 98 and 99 in there, but again, it's our camp program is thriving. I think that's the name of one of our camps, so it kind of works out well there. So the camp managers at each location, we have 6 of those. I interact with those quite a bit, specifically at Friendship. That's where my office is. And how engaging and active they are is just very impressive. So you probably don't see that, but I like to highlight how our seasonal staff is not just a way for them to make money. It's like part of their year is spending the time with the kids and really engaging them. So they've done a great job at all of our locations. And then we have a total of 64 staff that work our camps. And in total, 238 was around that as our seasonal number, if I did the math right. So that's an impressive number. So not just our parks department, our division, from Nicole to Brian, everybody that works on our teams and our support staff at City Hall all put a great effort forward. And why I wanted to talk about the number too is more than just the camp person that's there helping run a good program. The development of those, sometimes they're kids when they start with us. And then I think Nicole can speak to this. And then by the time they're through college and after college, they've been with us a number of years. So it's providing more than just a job. It's skills, life skills, it's leadership, it's that impact. And a lot of our people that work for us were in our programs years ago. Ella Musser, you might know Mike Musser, his daughters works for us now in events, So it's a passion for us to be able to provide that experience for not just our participants, but those that work for us as well.
That's great. Do you think that that wait list system that you guys used, is that what helped get the numbers even higher, or?
Yeah, it's a residual. Multiple factors go into success. With that, it's Chris and Amy, who have been with the program a few years, have done a nice job at retaining staff, training them, planning for it, engaging our staff in the right way. That goes down to the campers that are there, so that experience that's provided. The kids want to come back, so they're wanting to sign up. The parents want them there because they know their kids had a good time. So that's a residual effect. A lot of different things factor into that, but all those things I kind of talked about help with that. But of course, any times we can find a deficiency in a system to make sure that if there is an opportunity, we make people aware of it. That goes into it as well. Yeah.
Cool. Anybody have any other questions on the director's report? I know you said it before, but I do love this new format. It makes it makes it a lot easier to
Test with
absorb. So
Nicole,
thank
I know
you.
she
Yes,
puts
thank
that
you
together
again
and-
for that, Nicole.
Yeah, and there's the whole director's report is more substantial than there's probably, I don't know how many pages, 8, quite a few pages. So we just give an overview of some of the highlights. So there's a lot more that goes into the full report that Steph gets. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right, I think we're on to committee reports. BTAC, Eric's not here. Do you know if I don't know that they had a meeting.
They have not met.
Yeah, I didn't think so. NRAC,
No meeting.
okay. And GASAC?
We just met yesterday, and so we didn't have time to get the report in the agenda. There are 577 current members at GASAC. Between May and July, we had 26 new members, and we had 71 members renew between May and July. They've introduced Tai Chi, which the seniors wanted. That started July 9th. Let's see, their events, the Wilds was sold out, the Guardians game was sold out, Lavender Picking sold out, Hamilton was sold out, and they have 19 people registered to go to the state fair.
Oh, cool.
So they're still busy.
Yeah.
And they continue to want to go do things. They're excited. They have their new van, their second one, yes. And it has grab bars to help them get in the van. And then Parks and Rec also got them a large step, so it's easier for them to step up. It's more stable, and then they can get in the van. They had hot dog grill out. They've had a summer picnic, and they're excited about the Senior Expo that's coming up on September 18th at the Gahanna Sanctuary. I went last year. They have so many vendors, and they have so many participants. They have a great time at that.
Is that on the weekend or during the week?
It's usually a weekday.
The 18th.
Yeah.
And their next meeting is September 16th at 3 o'clock, if anyone would like to join us. Ken's been great about coming, so everyone's welcome. And that's it.
Great, thank you. All right, poll member for comments, anything from anyone? Do you have anything?
I have nothing.
Anything else, Donna?
No, just one quick thing. We had, my neighbor came over to our house the other night just to let us know that her son is going to Camp Gahanna, and he loves it. He's so thrilled. He can't wait to go every day, she said. So that's kudos
Yeah.
to the team.
Harvey, anything to add?
No comment, but my boys did attend Camp Hannah, and one's graduated from college and
Oh,
accepted his first job, but yeah, one's in college, so it's good stuff. Yeah.
my kids love Camp Hannah, since we're loving on Camp Hannah. We were on vacation, and my son was like, I think Katie really misses me. And I was like, who is that? She was like, my counselor. I'm like, I'm sure she does. But no, I have had a few people, when I tell them I'm on the Parks Board, they're like, oh my gosh, they've been doing a ton of maintenance and work around. So the people are seeing the work you guys do.
All right, well, we're speedy tonight, but do I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
All right, thank you.